Hey guys, I'm Chris with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's video. You see this bright red thing behind me? Yes, it's a GT350. I'm very excited to get onto it and get a little drive into it, kind of share my experience. The owner, right back there, right there, yeah. He's gonna kind of talk about why he decided on a GT350 and what he's experienced so far. He's only had it for 2 weeks-ish. I met him out at the track, so dude's definitely driving the car right. But let's get inside, go for a drive, have some fun. GT350. Chandler, thank you for letting me take your brand new to you beast out.
Yeah, for sure.
Get some fun on this little section here. It gets a little light right here. Oh my God, the brakes. Oh shit, is there a HUD?
Huh? Yeah, it'll come on like when you're close to wherever you set it.
No way. Okay, that's cool. I did not know they had that.
Yeah.
That's all the lights like, hey dummy.
Like, hey, shift.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like this car revs to like 8,000 or 7,500, 7,800, somewhere around that point. And it's like most cars are not used to that amount of revs. That's what the beauty of the flat plane crank is on this 350.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, I got to ride with you out at Indy on the lead follow that we did. And man, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Not just by you, by the car.
Well, I have no point of reference because I hadn't been on track prior to that, so.
So Chandler, what drove you to this car? What sort of kind of piqued your interest and made you want to go after this one?
Well, I kind of was just looking for something that I could take out on the track, and you know, GT350's high revving, kind of already track prepped. It's got a lot of coolers on it for that, and you know, when we were out, it never went over 230, I think, on any of those temperatures. So, but I mean, obviously the dream would be GT3 or something of that sort, but for around 50 grand, really can't beat this kind of high revving motor. So
you really can't. Like the motor is amazing. I'll tell you what, the transmission is really nice too. Just playing around with the gears just now, it's one of the easier manuals I've hopped into. I think the easiest ever was an older NSX. The manual is just so, it was such a mechanical feel, and it felt amazing. All right, so second gear, give her some revs. Oh, she likes it.
oh yeah.
Crap, the brakes are good. I love the way the front end of this car feels. I can feel what the wheels are doing under me. I do think the steering's a little light-weighted, but I think that's because we're still in the comfort mode, right?
Yep. If you switch into sport, it adds a little more touchiness to it and a little more steering
All right.
weight. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so much grip. Holy crap. The sound alone is fantastic. And we're not even screaming this thing.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is like, this is a bigger car than what the GT4 RS is. Like, the body and the footprint's definitely larger, but it doesn't feel that way. Like, it doesn't handle that way.
No, it turns in pretty good.
It's like this,
as far as I can tell. So
yeah, like that was super precise. What's funny is like, it's kind of laughing at me right now. It's going, dude, you know you can go faster, right?
Come on.
I'm like, no, it's busy. We want to be smart about it. Oh, we will, just not here. Oh my God. That little S right there, in most cars, it unsettles and gets a little light, and they tend to understeer and push the nose.
Okay.
Not in this car. That was okay, we're going to point and go and go and go, and that was nothing. Okay, fine. You know, for non-carbon ceramic brakes, these are rather touchy.
Oh yeah.
But I love that. I love aggressive brakes. It's just kind of what gives you that confidence to go into a turn and be like, yep, these brakes are going to be perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we didn't really experience any brake fade when we were running. So, I mean, it was my first time on track, so it wasn't like I was going 10/10ths,
But as it being your first time on track, you know, how did you feel as far as confidence in the car to do what you were asking it to do?
Oh yeah, it was great, especially for, you know, first time on track. I'm familiar with Mustangs and kind of how they handle a little bit, but yeah, just it point and shoot for the most part. So
that voodoo screaming. Oh my God, is that awesome? Let's see what this little section's like. This one's tight. This is how I judge cars, whether or not I can stay within the lines here. Oh my God, dude. The front end grip of this car is nuts. I'm like, I want to go left, and it goes, cool, we're going left. Got the back end just a little loose, nothing crazy. And we've caught up to cars.
yeah, there we go.
I mean, I don't know how you just don't like not drive to work. Because this car just entices you to keep driving. So we'll talk about the seats real quick. The bolstering's aggressive.
It is.
It's not harsh by any stretch, but it definitely holds you in the seat.
Skinnier build, it still holds me in pretty good. So
my less skinny, more rotund build, it does the same. I noticed while we were on track, as we wait for cars, I had to kind of resituate myself a little bit here and there, but it hugs you. We were pulling some G's going around some turns there, and you really don't rock too much side to side.
yeah.
A problem I have with a lot of seats like this are my shoulder blades and traps.
It's kind of squeezing you.
They just kind of squeeze you and they pinch you in a weird way. And I'm not a fan of that. These don't do that. They're quite nice. This is why I wish I had the camera outside. Our other GoPro, somehow a full battery in 5 minutes died. Go figure, it's the beauty of filming. But you would have seen the bicyclist in the middle of the road, almost falling over. And then this car in front of us almost getting plowed head on. So you've had the car for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What are your overall impressions? You said you've had you understand Mustangs, so how does this lie in that understanding?
So, yeah, I actually started with a V6 Mustang of all things. It was a 2013. Loved that car. It was actually turned in pretty decent for what it was. You know, it was light in the front end, and a couple years later, I got a GT500 07. So that's still S197 platform, but you know, the S550 platform is just miles ahead as far as the IRS and just how it turns. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much exactly what I figured it was going to be. You know, watching reviews and stuff, yeah. It's a Mustang. I mean, and a lot of things with this car kind of, you know, boils down to, well, it's a Mustang. So,
right.
You know, that's a benefit, and in some ways it's kind of a detriment. But
have you done long distances in this yet? I know it's only 2 weeks, but
no, I haven't. I considered it when we went out to, because I bought it out of Texas, but it was just too fast of a turnaround so we trailered it. But as far as, I mean, we drove to the track just like an hour and a half, and I didn't notice any fatiguing in just that short trip. So
nice. same problem with the GT4S. It's like, let's do some more revs. I'm like, wait, 9 grand, 8 grand? I don't understand. Oh my God, I'm only at 6,000 RPM and it just wants to keep going. Holy crap, is that nice?
I think peak power actually hits around 75. Everything else is just kind of over rev for track. But
yeah, so it does say that 526 horsepower, 429 pound-feet of torque, around 7,500 RPM. So yeah, it lives up in those higher revs. And honestly, once you get above 6 grand, you notice it does almost change note.
Yeah, it starts screaming a little more, and yeah. And nice thing is you know, it's got that active exhaust, so if you're just putting around or going wherever, you can.
Oh, I'm a sport mode.
Yeah, you're normal. See, there's sport. Yeah.
So the tricky thing about heel-tilling this particular car is getting used to the brakes.
Yeah.
Because normally, like, it can kind of rock and you're going to push a little bit on the brake. But when you do that with this car, it actually, the brakes are so touchy that it bites a little bit more. You're like, ah, crap.
Yep. Gotta be quick.
Yeah. But I just want to kind of cruise around on some uneven roads here for a second, just to kind of feel sort of the suspension and kind of, you know, how jarring it may or may not be. This isn't the nicest of roads. It's also not terrible by any stretch, but.
Are you in the normal mode?
I'm in sport.
Okay. Yeah. Then.
Keep it in relatively harsh sport weather track, huh? Track use only.
Yeah.
So that's. I turned your traction control off. Does it turn stability control off too?
I don't think so. I think there's a menu you can find in there where it'll tell you what's on, but I think advanced track stays on.
Gotcha.
I might be wrong.
Drag strip?
I'm sure your comments section will.
Yeah, they'll blow up and they'll correct me and tell me how dumb I am. It's all good. There's a drag strip. I don't know that I would drag race this car.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the personality of it as much, but I'm sure you could.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Mustang. I guess that's what they're known for. How many of these have gone into crowds? I feel like the 350s don't hit the crowds as often as a GT.
I would hope not, but you know, it is a Mustang, so
yeah, but the level of grip this thing has is intense, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. A little bump, not bad. The steering's got a good weight to it. I do think when we were coming down the mountain a little bit, it was a little too light. I would have liked a little more weight as we're going through the turns there, just to kind of really feel that front end, which is, I don't know, it's almost telepathic the way that thing feels. I can't get over the price point of this car and how it feels in comparison to something that's honestly 150, 200 grand more expensive than it.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the parts are, you know, Ford, so it's.
So if you want to do maintenance on
Ford,
it,
so it's not. I mean, you know, you're still running higher viscosity oils and stuff, but.
Yeah, so your intervals are a little shorter.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, high revving motor, you definitely want to take care of the fluids and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Heck yeah, it was so much fun taking this out, and I hope you guys like this video. Again, these little rides and talks, it's not a full-on review. It's just kind of a couple of car enthusiasts chatting about why they like their cars. So with that, I hope you all enjoy this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because we like to keep this channel going.